Bobby, aka Anarcha Media here, and in this video I would like to make a few corrections for Elizabeth Wheatley and people like her in regards to 15th century naming conventions. Now, to be clear, I am not saying this in any way to hate on her. In fact, I very much admire her generally non-biased and nuanced understanding of medieval, particularly Eastern European history. But from one American to another, I want to clear up a few misconceptions. For one thing, no, his name was not Vladimir Dracula. The name Vladimir or Vladimir came long after the 15th century, and it was a pagan name. Vlad III Tepes Dracula was a Christian knight and voivode, right? So calling a Christian knight and voivode by a pagan name when he thought that pagans and Muslims and Jews were burning in hell for not accepting Christ is kind of a weird assumption to make. It also conflates 15th century Eastern European naming conventions with modern North American and Northern European and Western European naming conventions, whereby you have a name that is shorter for a longer name. Like in the medieval period, names were often, in fact, far simpler, and they tended to be either patrilineal or matrilineal, and they tended to relate to the lineage or the family line or the kingdom or principality from which that person emerged, right? And this is a common misconception that Vlad is short for Vladimir, but it's not. It never was. And it's an easy mistake to make. And again, I am not hating on Elizabeth Wheatley. In fact, I admire her work in general. I am simply making a course correction for a common mistake when it comes to Western historians regarding 15th century Eastern European naming conventions. Do not harass her. This is a correction. It is not meant to hate or rebuke her in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. It's a correction, nothing more, nothing less than that, and a clarification on 15th century naming conventions and where they differ from modern Western naming conventions like we have here in the U.S. So, yeah, Bobby, aka Anarcha Media, liberty, equality, fraternity, goodbye.